to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing some nail art on this nail. This mani is inspired by something that I had seen on Sip and Dip's stories. I don't know, this was maybe a couple weeks ago, and her background was it was like a saying or like a positive thought kind of story that she had posted, but the background was what really captured my attention. It was like a flowery background, but it was like pink and gold, pink flowers and gold leaves. It was really pretty, and so I wanted to try to put that on my nails. So this is what this video is going to be about. So a few things I'm going to be using. I have this palette that I'm going to be using for to put the polishes on. I have my fingers or my nails dipped in Mani Boss colors. I have this is Marshmallow Fluff, Glamour, and Golden Rose. So and then the first things that I'm going to be using for my flower art is gel polish by Beetles. This doesn't really have a name, but it's number 802. I'm going to also be using a white gel polish. The white polish that I'm using is from Sparkle & Co. And then I'm also going to be using a couple stamping polishes of gold. One of them is called Magic Hour, the other one is called Gold Rush. I tried doing using the golds for gels, but what I'm finding with gels, especially with glitters, is that the glitters are very spread out in the gel. So it's a lot of it is kind of clear gel with the glitter, you know, sprinkled inside. So it doesn't give a lot of coverage when you're doing nail art, and so that's kind of why I ended up using stamping polish. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of these gels onto my little palette here. And I played around with this a while before I decided to put it on my nails, just because I didn't know where I wanted to put my flowers or how I wanted to place my flowers or anything like that. And I was kind of messing around with gel polishes versus stamping polishes. I even tried using like paint pens or like Sharpies, but they didn't really give me the effect that I had wanted. So I think this combination is probably the best that I found for me. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this pink. This will be the base of my flower, and I'm just using a dotting tool, and I'm just going to make a blob. And I'm going to do it right here. And again, it doesn't have to be a perfect circle or anything. It's really just a blob. And then before I cure this, I'm actually going to take some white on a thin brush like this, and I'm going to swirl in some white. Just around it, just to kind of like make it look like it's got kind of like petals. And you know, I'm not quite liking how this is. I feel like there's too much white in here. So the beauty of gel is that I can just take some alcohol and then just swipe it right off. And it doesn't affect the gel underneath or anything like that. So I'm gonna start over because I feel like there was too much white in there. So again, I'm gonna make my blob. Okay, and then I'm gonna take some white, and I'm gonna kind of make sure I don't get too much on my brush, and then I'm just gonna kind of add it in here. It's like that. And then when you're happy with how it looks, I'm just gonna spread it out a little bit and make it more blurry. And I'm doing it this way versus waiting to cure it because I didn't want the white lines to be harsh. I want it to kind of blend. So I think that's good. So I'm gonna cure this for 30 seconds. Okay, so this is cured, and I'm going to show you. So this is a swatch that I had done before, and this is one that I had cured the pink first, and then I added the white lines. But you can kind of see it, the lines are a little bit more harsh in this example, or in this, on this swatch, whereas this is more, I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit more blended. It's not as harsh and it looks a little bit more natural. So I ended up liking it, liking how this one looked, so we're rolling with it. And so once you have that cured, I'm going to take some of this darker gold stamping polish called Magic Hour from Maniology. Shaking it up a little bit. And put some of this on here. And I don't need a lot of this one because I'm just going to add some accents on my flower. So just make a few dots in the middle. And then I'm going to, again, kind of include some squiggle lines around. And it's just for some accents. Now I'm going to make some gold leaves with Gold Rush, another stamping polish by Maniology. And again, I'm going to take some of this and put it on my palette here. And from here, I'm going to draw on my leaves. And with the leaves, I found that the way it worked for me the best to make the leaves is really just grab some of your polish and then start in the at the stem and just kind of flick it out almost. So you want it a little thicker at the base, but then you kind of sweep it out. Which again, it's not perfect and I'm not necessarily drawing a leaf, but the way that I position my brush and sweep my brush out makes it look like it is a leaf. It's pretty simple, and I'm just trying to be careful too. I don't want my tips to be too thick. And then at the end, I like to make the end a leaf as well. One of the things I found challenging with using stamping polish is that it does dry a lot faster than say gel polish because it's a regular polish, and so I kind of have to work a little quicker with stamping polish, but I feel like the effect of this gold in a stamping polish is much better than if I used gel. sleeve is a little wonky because it's so close to my cuticle. So it's getting a little wonky over here, but you know what? It's fine. So I did get a little bit on my cuticle, so I'm gonna take a brush, dip it in some acetone, and just clean this side up here. So when you're happy with this, I'm gonna let this try to dry a little bit more because I did use stamping polish. Once I'm done with this, I'm going to top coat with the 2-in-1 gel base and top, the 2-in-1 from Mani Boss, and then we'll be done. So everything has been top coated. I used dip top coat for my dip nails, and then I used the gel for this one. And finally, my last step is of course to use some Candi skincare to nourish these cuticles. So thank you so much for joining me on this quick nail art tutorial. If you liked this video, give me a like, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks guys, bye.